bitch, we go hard. This a pack of country, where your green card? Terrible towels, that shit's boring. We got the ball, you know we scoring. Yeah, and that's how we rockin' heavy metal. I'm up in this bitch with more bloods than the blood vessel. Pick going down, say hello to the devil. Just beat the Bears, now we got the Steelers on the schedule. Yeah, no love for 'em, boy, breaking hearts. We gon' toast these niggas, Pop-Tarts. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's stuntin'. Up in your town, when you see me, you know everything. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. I put it down, representing for my team. I'm in green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Got a call from my homie that's just in. The Packers in the Super Bowl and they better win. They call him Big Ben, but he weak though. We in Dallas, but we Lambo leap ho. Long hair, don't care, Clay Matthews. We shitting on these fools, no bathroom. Yeah, got a pocket full of big faces. Throw it up, touchdown on Ike Taylor. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Yeah. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's stuntin'. Up in your town, when you see me, you know everything. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. I put it down, representing for my team. I'm in green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Big G's on the helmet, still curtain. What is that, velvet? And if we win, I'ma throw a Super Bowl party and blow a cigar like Vince Lombardi. I'm in Wisconsin, smoking Amsterdam. Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, but I've been a Packers fan. We knocked the Eagles and the Falcons and the Bears off. Now we bout to cut Troy Polamalu hair off. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Up in your town.
The Seattle Seahawks have traded the 18th pick to the Green Bay Packers. With the 18th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jaire Alexander, defensive back, Louisville.
No.
I like this pick. Jaire Alexander has some swag about him.
Yeah, I know.
He's the #1 corner on my board. Missed 6 games this year. A lot of people thought he was going to go later because of that. However, in addition to be competitive, tough, he tackles, he finds the football in the air. He also adds value in the punt return game. And I think Green Bay, and keep in mind, historically, Green Bay only takes corners that can find the ball in the air. And this kid does it.
And he can play inside and outside. That's a huge benefit. Watching this guy, I thought about the Honey Badger. He's a little undersized, but he's all over the field making plays in the run and the pass.
I mean, he's 5'10" and a quarter, 196. He plays bigger, Coach.
Yes,
and that's what I like about him. He competes in tackles. Length can be an issue. You see guys going over top and taking the football. He's a double-cut punt returner. That means he can make 2 people miss. That's a new one for you, Rick.
I like it.
And here's the XO. And all I really want you to see is this is against Clemson when he was healthy 2 years ago. Look at him get to the football, 2 interceptions. Let's see if he'll force a fumble here. Strip the ball out. He's a playmaker everywhere, including the punt return game. Will he compete as a tackler? Oh, yeah. I interviewed him and spent some time at the pro day, and there's just a little swag, a little edge, a little that what you want to see from your corner, and he is going to challenge wide receivers from day one in Green Bay's camp.
Being more prepared than your opponent, you already have the advantage. In my preparation, I watch a lot of film. I do a lot of extra training, so that way when I get on the field, I'll be playing at optimum ability.
The funny thing when it comes to athletes that I work with, the common thing they all have is how mentally tough they are and their willingness to prepare.
Standing across from Aaron Rodgers every day in practice, that makes me better, that makes everybody better. It's pretty amazing, growing up watching Aaron Rodgers make the throws that he did in the games and and all his great wins and being able to line up across from him, it's a great feeling, you know, knowing that I'm practicing one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever played the game. Being able to watch the film, being able to go the extra hours, and in my case, you know, that'd be after practice, watching film, watching practice film, watching film from 2 years ago. Being able to study that long history of film just helps me play better. You know, I just follow in the footsteps of the veterans. You know, the veterans do a really good job, you know, showing us the way and showing us how to prepare. We have a bunch of rookie meetings, you know, telling us how to prepare and how to train. I mean, growing up, you know, being on offense, my favorite player was Deshaun Jackson. You know, I wore number 10 in college because of Deshaun Jackson. I watched the Honey Badger a lot. Once I made that switch to DB, Tyrann Mathieu was my guy. He's an animal out there on the field, and I wanted to be just like him. I really just been grinding. Let's start with running up the mini hill, man. That had my calf muscles burning a little bit. It wasn't that big of a hill, but you know, it starts to add up. You know, the med ball slams. You know, I was putting my all in slamming. Oh man, the S drive was kicking my butt after a while. You know, I was good for about 10 seconds. You know, and then, I started to feel it. You know, my arms was burning, my legs was burning. I didn't even think my arms was supposed to burn on it. You know, I thought it was just supposed to be my leg. I felt like Thor or something hitting the tire with the hammer. I just got into beast mode at that point. So the med ball throws was helping me with explosion, my core stability, strength, and you know, it was just a good burn. Definitely had my hips burning. Hips are important for a defensive back because we do a lot of opening, we do a lot of turning. We do the most turning and opening out of anybody on the field. I need these hips to open up with some of the best receivers in the game.
I want to introduce you to your new Packer, Jaire. So thank you for coming tonight. Thank you.
Oh, it's International Yoga Day, you know, finna get some stretching in. Just finna have a good time, you know, showing some techniques that I use. Well, it's pretty common, you know, it really allows you to be one, you know, focus on your breathing. But shoot, it's really a workout for real, so if you ain't never done yoga, then shoot, you go ahead and see what that workout like.
All right, guys, we're going to start back in our high plank position. As you can tell, this is one of my favorite ones. Hips down, sir. Sir, you. Under Armour shirt. Sit. Thank you. That's better. You're just going to press it there, and you're going to really focus on something. All right. Yep. You're just going to hold it.
Another round of applause. It's not easy to do, you guys, to do yoga and stuff there. You did a really good job.
What was great about Jaire, he also showed what he's good at, and then he said what he was bad at, and he was tired. He didn't want to hold plank anymore, so he was like, all right, child's pose. And I think he was showing the real person in yoga that you don't always have to do it all, but yet he was showing where his strengths were in yoga. And as a pro athlete, they also have their strengths and weaknesses in yoga.
There you go. Yes, good hold. No hands. Oh, this is impressive.
I mean, I thought it'd be cool to come out to the community and find different ways to engage, you know. I mean, outside of football, of course, because that's where we get all our excitement from. But, you know, just a different outlet, different venue for me.
Allen dealing with the crowd noise on a 3rd and 5, just under a minute to go, first half. They bring everybody. Allen trying to get out of trouble. Allen chucks it downfield. Intercepted. Allen has it picked off. Jaire Alexander is brought down, and the Bills come up empty.
Right up the middle because they know he's not stepping up. It's not picked up. Good pressure by Gilbert, and then Martinez, and then just a real rookie mistake, throwing late over the middle, not getting enough on the ball. Alexander steps in for his first career interception.
Legion of Music.
Yeah. I Back out with grand on my dummy up buster. Cool $250,000, my go yard duffel. I win the game, so you still gotta shuffle. Born with the drippin', just learn how to hustle. Look at your bitch through these DR by focus. I get me some hands, she been that shit over. They say lately I been looking like dollars. Pinstripe hot waters, I dress like a golfer. We riding foreigns, ain't no more Impalas. Ain't had no newborn, but I got baby bottles. Shopping at Barney, I drip like a model. Watch how I drip when I hit that Met Gala. Codeine, I sit with my load, don't get splattered. Doctor told me I got lean in my bladder. Run through this cash like family don't matter. I got your back, feel the same pain together. Pop out the tag, my palm ain't just swell. Baby blue jet, make my mom feel better. Fuck the slow bunny at my show at Coachella. VVS banding partners in my bezel. We move too fast, it can slime me as ever. Life is too grimy, y'all watch for the devil. It's a Rolls Royce and it come with umbrellas. 2018 in that Porsche Corolla. Go your pouch. Rats in a quarter ounce. 2 accounts. Large amounts. Shop around. Designer down. Dribble drown. Dribble drown. Killing these hoes, need to call paramedics. New Fendi runners, I feel athletic. Running shit up by my partner a paddock. Blowing this cash, it was time we ain't had it. Got 21 bitches, I must be a savage. Cooking in the kitchen, it don't smell like acid. Pouring this high tech, I'm sipping relaxing. Vibes in LA, gonna fucking the baddest. Dipping in plastic, put him in the casket. I wipe this nose quickly, pass him a napkin. Got an addiction in love with this fashion. Praying for all of my bros like we careful. Lifetime I has, cause you always be careful. Niggas ain't eating, start capping, you ain't fasting. Can't get no sleep, cause my life is all action. See how shit happen, I made it in rapping. Go your pouch. Rats in a quarter ounce. 2 accounts. Large amounts. Shop around. Designer down. Dribble drown. Dribble drown.
Hey, homie, you need some help? Warning. DJ Trey Nice is about to kill the set.
She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. Boss nigga, boss shit, I got busted. Fresh, fast, damn, fuck a coffin. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. Boss nigga, boss shit, I got busted. Fresh, fast, damn, fuck a coffin.
Old ass nigga in a club full of young hoes. Smoking backwoods with the Migos. Drinking my drink in a glass, no cup in the cut, ducked off, getting fucked up. Nothing but family around me. Man, these hoes are astounding. She say she went to school with my young son. Fuck around and get popped with the bob gun. Cute little bitch. Told me that her daddy was an 8-tray crip. I did time with the nigga, 4 months. Cut to the chase, little bitch, you wanna fuck? Cause if you do, this what's gon' pop. No pictures and no Photoshop. Just get your lean and soda pop. Get with the program, jump in the pro-ham. Yeah.
She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. Boss nigga, boss shit, I got busted. Fresh, fast, damn, fuck a coffin. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. Boss nigga, boss shit, I got busted. Fresh, fast, damn, fuck a coffin.
Old ass nigga with some young bitches. Sugar daddy's talking about come get this. Not me. Fuck y'all, tell a young ass she better break me off. You niggas way too soft. She meet a player like me, you gotta take that loss. I want the money and the honey, even though I'm a pimp and a player, she still wants me. She's in the family now. I got the next nigga waiting on him, hand me down. She was short with Snoop, hanging out. You can see the wet stain on her panties now. Mad as fuck, but he ain't saying shit. Cause we got more bitches than we came here with. Somehow, someway, he gotta save the bitch. But you crazy if you thinking that we ain't gon' hit, nigga.
She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. She throw it to a nigga, I'ma toss it. Boss nigga, boss shit, I got busted. Fresh, fast, damn, fuck a coffin.
It must be a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Trying to keep your balance.
Keep your balance.
With an ass like that. Yeah, it's fat. Okay, it's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
Trying to keep my balance.
Keep my balance.
I be walking with them racks. Yeah, them stacks.
50. Okay, it's a challenge. I'm trying to keep my balance, trying to keep myself from wildin'. Now out of this world like pilots, Frenching like we in Paris. But baby, be too aggressive. Don't spill this drink in my chalice. She shake it when I ask it. Finish score, I don't pass it. Super suave with the fashion. I'm lit as fuck, thanks for asking. Never been one for bragging. Sipping on something new though. Let the lames keep on lacking. Fill my cup with the nouveau. I'm on another level. Y'all need glasses just to see me. A deadly dashing debonair. You can say that I'm 3D. More drinks on me, please. Ladies on me, please. Sharp like a katana. Cut you if you unsheath me.
It must be a challenge.
50.
Trying to keep your balance. With an ass like that. Yeah, it's fat. Okay. Okay, it's a challenge. Trying to keep my balance. I be walking with them racks. Yeah, them stacks. You get up on stage, you go do your thing. I be so amazed, I gave you the game. I come every day, I can't walk away. Now I feel some kind of way, I don't know what to say. I might throw some ones, okay, you the one. I got all the fun. Okay, girl, you want it. I might throw some hundreds. That's how bad I want it. Ooh, she bad, Michael Jag. Gotta have, look at that. Wanna grab, wanna brag. I can't pass, throw it back. Look at you when you move, and you new, and you cute. I don't know what to do. You so hot, coffee soup. It must be a challenge. Trying to keep your balance. With an ass like that. Yeah, it's fat. Okay, okay, it's a challenge. Trying to keep your balance. Trying to keep your balance. With an ass like that.
Welcome back, and if you have some time to kill later today, I suggest you go to YouTube and type in the name Jaire Alexander and watch some of his highlights at Louisville, and you will quickly ask yourself the question I quickly asked myself. Why in the world do they keep throwing the football in his direction? Here he is, Jaire Alexander. Why do they keep throwing the football in your direction?
Oh man, quite frankly, I think the quarterbacks just enjoy long talks with their offensive coordinator. That must be what it is.
Well, I'm sure you sparked many of them. I mean, my goodness, what an array of interceptions and athletic plays, great ball skills, great speed at Louisville, and also a couple of interceptions of Deshaun Watson. When you see what he's done at the next level, how much confidence does that give you, given that you were able to pick him off multiple times at Louisville?
Oh, it just gives me a ton of confidence, playing on a big stage like that against a really good elite quarterback. Being able to do what I did against Clemson that year, it just really boosts my confidence up for the year after, and just really went out there and dominated.
How anxious are you to get this process over with? You still got about 5 more weeks before you find out where you're going to play at the next level.
Oh well, I'm just really just taking it all in. It's all new for me, but man, it's been some long days. But I tell you, it's all new for me, and I'm enjoying the process.
How hard was it for you to leave Louisville and give up some remaining eligibility?
It was pretty challenging. I knew that. I'm graduating coming up in May, so I have my degree in 3 years. I was able to graduate early and play as long as I could there, and it was a great time.
That to me, Jaire, is almost as impressive as your highlight reel. And it may be more impressive. Very rarely does a guy stay in school while he's getting ready for the draft. How have you balanced draft prep with actually continuing to take classes?
Well, coming into college, I set a goal. I set a goal to graduate in 3 years. That's my goal. And when I set goals, I like to achieve them. And I just never lost sight of that. With the combine training and everything that's been happening, it's a little more challenging, but, like I said, I never forgot the main goal.
Well, and that's an admirable goal, and it's good that you're doing it. Now,
one of the things you had to do along the way was make the tough decision not to play in the bowl game this past year once you decided that you were going to go to the NFL. That's become a trend recently. I support it. Guys have to protect themselves. The hay's in the barn. The NFL's calling. You got to be healthy when the time comes to go to the draft. How difficult was the decision to not participate in that bowl game to cap your career at Louisville?
Oh, well, it was really difficult. It was a tough decision. I made sure that I brought it to my teammates' awareness of what I was doing, and got feedback from them just to make sure that they didn't think nothing of it. They gave me the green light to go. They gave me the green light. And they said they had respect for me and they appreciated everything. So it was challenging, but with the support of my teammates and family and friends, I made the decision.
And, Jaire, I've been doing this long enough to know that if I ask a guy, where do you want to play in the NFL, no one's ever going to say where they want to play because you have no control over the process whatsoever. Now, at the college level, you initially were going to go to South Carolina, then you go to Louisville. You get to ultimately pick your school. Don't you kind of wish at some level you could pick where you're going to play at the next level of football?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course, everybody would want to wish that, growing up, I was a fan of many teams, like Steelers, Panthers, the Eagles. I was a fan of many teams like that. But shoot, I'd be happy wherever I go. But those are my teams right there.
What players did you look up to? Who did you want to be when you were little?
Man, I love the Honey Badger. I love his style of play. I love the way he played and how he left everything on the field. How he was just a leader and a savage out there, and I really admired that and really wanted to mold my game after him.
Well, there's a similarity, too, also as it relates to size, and that's going to be one of the knocks. The receivers in the NFL tend to be bigger. You're 5'11". How do you react when you hear people point out, well, size may be something that holds back Jaire Alexander in the NFL?
Well, I just tell them to turn on the tape. I played against really good receivers that were bigger and none faster, but, I played against bigger receivers and just see how I matched up against them. And, that'll say it all. I also have to say that, size doesn't matter, especially when you're at DB. I may look shorter than a receiver, but in my mind, I'm bigger than him. And, he can't get by me. So that's the mentality that I have at corner.
I've heard you say you like to talk a little trash. Do you actually do research into the background of the receiver so you can make the trash talk a little more personalized?
Sometimes it just depends on what kind of receiver I'm facing. If I'm facing a guy who likes to talk back, then I'm gonna dig a little deeper. If I'm facing a receiver that doesn't like to say much, I'm just gonna hit him with the bare minimum, get in his head a little bit.
That was the old John Randall approach. He'd know the names of wives, girlfriends, mothers, friends, everybody, and he'd let them hear it all game long. Now, one of these days you may be lining up against Lamar Jackson unless you guys end up on the same team. Is that something you'd look forward to, or is that something you'd be dreading?
No. That's definitely something I look forward to. Being able to practice against him and his powerful arm, and every day in practice was good. It was a good experience, competing against the best. And, when we get to that next level, it's going to be the same thing. Whether we're on the same team or not, we're just going to be competing.
There was some crazy talk a few weeks ago that he should move to receiver. How did you react when you heard that?
Man, I was like, what? What in the world? Like, are these people not watching film? Are they not watching the tape? Have they not seen that he's gotten better each year he's been in college? Once people, I don't think people watch enough film, to say that, to make a statement like that. And that's my spiel. And I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a really good quarterback. He got potential to be great. So that's my take on that.
Now, on one of your interceptions of Deshaun Watson, Jaire, you looked like the intended receiver, like you were running the route. And I can't help but wonder, would Jaire Alexander like to play a little receiver in the NFL?
Man, I wouldn't mind playing receiver. I wouldn't mind getting a wildcat package. Something. I just want the ball a little bit. I've been told I had the receiver effect out there on defense. From what I can see, it looks like the quarterback thinks I play offense. So.
Well, and I'm telling you, multiple times, it's like, hey, this is the guy he intended to throw to. That's the only explanation for why he actually let the ball go. In the Wildcat package, we talking a little throwing ability from Jaire Alexander?
Dude, I mean, you know, if you want a nice little 20-yard dump off, you know, that might be me. That might be my game right there. I don't know about the Hail Mary type of throw now. I can't make that one.
And you got to be careful not to throw to a great
push-up.
You can't throw to a great corner because then you got to go have that conversation on the sideline with the offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
Hey, we're a few weeks removed from the scouting combine, and you know it's a grind, and it dehumanizes a lot of the players. What was the part of that you just didn't like?
Oh well, you know, it was long. It was long days. It was really long days. You know, coming in to the combine, you know, prior to like a few weeks before, I'm like, okay, so we get there and we just run and do our 40s and backpedal drills and that's it. But you know, it's more to it. You know, it's longer days. It's going to challenge you mentally, maybe even physically. You know, so those are the things that you face at the combine that, you know, many people don't really understand. You know, I'm talking about early at 6 in the morning, go to bed around 11 p.m. So you just got to be used to the long days.
I almost feel like they put you through that just to see how you react, to see if they can get a rise out of you, see if they can get you to snap. Did you ever feel like part of it was a test like that?
Definitely. From the moment I got there, I kind of figured that with all the different testing, psychological testing we took. I felt like I was in school all over again, you know, full time.
Well, it didn't affect your performance. 4.38 in the 40. Will you rest on that, or are you going to try to improve on it at your pro day workout later this month?
Oh no! I'm gonna retire to 40 for now. Just focus on the drills.
Give me one aspect of your game that you believe you need to improve upon when it's time to play in the NFL.
One aspect I'd say, you know, probably just maybe recognizing the whole formation sometimes. You know, sometimes I can get caught up on one side of the field. You know, and you know, part of understanding the formations and route concepts is understanding the whole formation. So that's probably something I got to work on. And you know, that's been coming along pretty good now.
Well, it's easy to get caught up in one side of the field, Jaire, when you're in position to lock down one side of the field. Maybe they'll learn at the next level not to throw it your way. We're excited to see what happens when you get there. All the best in your studies, and congratulations on your success. We look forward to seeing where you land on April 26th.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Play action. Prescott steps into it. Cooper off his hands and into the arms of Jaire Alexander. Alexander on a big return for the Green Bay Packers into Dallas territory, and what a big play by this defense. 38-yard return, and Jaire Alexander gets his first of the year off the arms, the hands of Cooper, and Alexander there for the...
Oh yeah. Young Moolah, baby.